I got
okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ask your questions below. After you ask your questions, make sure that you share this. Share this on Facebook. Share this in a group chat. Share this right now with your baby daddy, with your baby mama. Share this with your wife. Share this with somebody who you know that wants to know how to build their business credit. Share this with somebody who wants to know how they can better their lives through entrepreneurship. This channel is dedicated to economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. Share this to anybody who is interested in going and growing their business. Share this with them right now.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Alright guys, we're about to get ready to go live. Are you ready? Do you have your question asked? Did you ask your question below in the chat? Are you ready? Did you share this? Did you share this on your Facebook? Did you share this in a private group? Did you share this on Instagram?
I got 1, 2,
Are you ready to be
3,
a
4,
participator,
5,
not just a
6, 7,
spectator?
8.
Hey social media socialites, look, we are about to go live in a few moments, but before we go live, I need all of you guys to hit that like button right now. If you're watching and you're waiting, go ahead and be a participator. Don't just be a spectator. Hit that like button. And share this. Share this on your Facebook. Share this in a private Facebook group. I want you to tag a friend. I want you to text this in a group chat. If you are watching this and you have Instagram, do a screenshot and add me on Instagram at E.DeanCole. Make sure that you add me so that I can see the
I got
support, show
1,
the
2,
support, and
3,
show the
4,
love.
5, 6, 7, 8.
We're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready,
I got
okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ask your questions below. After you ask your questions, make sure that you share this. Share this on Facebook. Share this in a group chat. Share this right now with your baby daddy, with your baby mama. Share this with your wife. Share this with somebody who you know that wants to know how to build their business credit. Share this with somebody who wants to know how they can better their lives through entrepreneurship. This channel is dedicated to economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. Share this to anybody who is interested in going and growing their business. Share this with them right now.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And we are live. Make sure that the mic is good. Make sure that the sound is good. I hope you guys are doing well. Hey, if you're watching this for the first time and you don't know who I am and somebody shared this with you, my name is E.DeanCole and I own DeanCole Financial. We are a consulting firm and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. So if somebody shared this with you and you're watching for the first time, that is who I am. That's what we do. Now, this is a live show. So if you clicked on the video and you was like, hurry up and get to the point. Listen, the entire video is the point. You saw how long this video was when you clicked on it. So no whining. You saw that this video was about the government shutdown. So we're talking about economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. But first, let me make sure my sound is good. There we go. All right, the sound is good. Okay. So, you know this video didn't say nothing about no twerking, and didn't say nothing about no praying, and didn't say nothing about no challenge. This channel is dedicated to economic empowerment through entrepreneurship, and I talk about things that are conscious in the conscious community, and I just talk about things socially. And so on today's show, I'm actually going to be taking your phone calls live. So if you're watching, you was like, Dean, I didn't know you were live. I wanted to catch you live. Two things. Thing number one, you've either seen one of my videos before, but you did not subscribe. Or thing number two, you did subscribe, but you did not hit that notification bell. So it's very important for you to subscribe and hit that notification bell, guys. So if you are wanting to participate in the conversation, then this is how you do it, by subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And guys, this is live, okay? This is not scripted. This is not edited. This is a live video. And I said all of that to say I didn't get a chance to really prep. Now, I have a one-on-one consultation at 1:30. It's 12:35 right now. So I'm going to do the best of my ability to go ahead and enroll into this content and open up the phone lines and take a couple of phone calls. This is something new that I'm doing on the channel. Let me know if you like it. Let me know how everything is looking to you guys. But first, let me go ahead and shout this out on Instagram. Are you guys following me on Instagram right now? Let's see. If you're following me on Instagram, I want you to say, I follow. That's it. If you follow me on Instagram, I want you to say, I follow. If you're not following me on Instagram, shame on you. And make sure you come to E.DeanCole on Instagram so that you can follow me on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, that's where you need to go. It's on Instagram, and I'm actually going to put this on Instagram right now. So if you're not following me, make sure you follow me on Instagram, and I'm going to check out your comments as well to see some of you guys' comments, see how everything is looking for you guys. So like I said, I'm going to open up the phone lines in a moment. But first, let me drop this on Instagram. Boom, 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 boom. Link is in the bio. Hold on for one moment, guys. Give me a second. Oh, shoot. Guys, this is live, so bear with me for one moment. You know what? It's okay. Discard. It's okay. Give me a moment, guys. This is live. How's everybody doing today? Happy New Year to you guys. I should actually put your chat up, your comments up on the screen right now. So that way you guys just not looking at me playing on my phone, but it'll actually be some quality content. So let me know if you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys are. Where is it? Marketing is a beast, ladies and gentlemen. And I does this. I don't do this for play. I do this for pay. I does this. You understand me? So I'm very hands-on. I am going to end up getting somebody to help me while I'm doing my shows. I am going to end up getting, there we go, boom. I am going to have somebody to end up helping me while we're doing the show. So let me go ahead and drop the link in. I'm opening up the phone lines. Link is in bio. Link is in bio. All right, guys. I hope you can hear me okay. How you guys doing today? I'm about to get to some of your comments in a minute. So what we're doing today is we're talking about, I know this is a long intro, but hey, it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. We're talking about Trump, the government shutdown, and how it's affecting entrepreneurs. And if you're watching this on the replay and you want to see people's live chat, because this is live, you can actually, if you're watching this on Facebook, there's a link that'll bring you over to YouTube. Even if you're watching the replay, you can see the live chat. So let me make sure that we're good to go and drop this in a few places. Boom. Now let me get this link. See, the same thing I asked y'all to do, I do the exact same thing. The same thing I asked y'all to do, I do the same thing. All right, we got a total of 84 people watching live. That's good stuff. That's right, James Caesar. How you feeling today, James? I see you. James just commented. Bear with me for one moment, guys. So give me a second. I'm getting this together now. I'm getting it all together. So give me one moment, guys, and I'm getting it all together. So the same thing I asked y'all to do, I'm doing the same thing, guys. So give me a second. Bear with me for one moment. We got the thumbs down. Yes. We have the thumbs down. It's official. We're doing something positive. If we get some hate, we're doing something positive. So go ahead. We got one thumbs down already, so we good to go. Let me drop this in my link is in the bio. Boom. Drop the link. Boom, boom, boom. What you got? Bam. There we go. And we are good to go. So let's go ahead and look at some of these comments, guys. So let me look at some of these comments. We have a total of 84 people, 88 people watching live. Let all of you guys hit that like button. Let people know that you value this content. I know it is a big intro, but like I said, it's live. And this is our second time doing a live show in the middle of the day. So most of the time I go live at the end of the day so that I have time to dedicate this. So let me ask you this question. If you guys are liking these live shows, I want you to give me 3 money bags. Just give me 3 money bags. Just tap the money bags. If you like this content, if you like this money making motivation in the middle of the day, I want you to give me 3 of those money bags, okay? Give me 3 of those money bags if you are liking this content in the middle of the day. Let me know if you guys are liking the content in the middle of the day. And I'm thinking about doing a daily show. So let me know if you guys are liking this. But let's look at some of these comments. First person to jump in the building was Jaquan McCaw. Jaquan says, I'm waiting to see this. Okay, Jaquan says that he wanted to see this now. All right, good afternoon, Dean. Good afternoon, Timothy. How are you doing? All right, we got Mr. Jock 420 is in the building. Hey, Mr. Jock, how are you doing today? The first person to give a super chat is Mr. Lewin Evol. Hey, Dean, when are we connecting for the funding? All right, so I have 2 consultations scheduled today, Evol. I know we had a consultation last week. So I did send that information over that we talked about. So today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Contact the office and let the office know. Now, the number now, if you guys are watching this and you're Johnny come lately, there's nothing wrong with that if it's your first time watching. We do consultations. Call the office number, not the 800 number to call the radio station or to call the show, but call the office number to get on the schedule for tomorrow. Don't worry about, it's not going to cost you anything because this is a continuation of what we've already done, but I do need you to get on my schedule. So Evol, Mr. Lewin, first person to get the super chat, make sure you contact Patricia on tomorrow. Contact Patricia today so that we can get you on my schedule tomorrow. All right. We got Blaze C is in the building. Hey, Blaze C, how are you doing today? Everybody's doing pretty good. So let's see the money bags. Okay. I see a lot of people dropping these money bags. Okay. Now, for some reason, the money bags are showing up like it's spam. Let me make sure I go ahead and show. Okay. It's a lot of money bags. A lot of people dropping the money bags. Okay. Ronnie's dropping the money bags. Thanks for that, Ronnie. Sean 123 is dropping the money bags. Thanks for that, Sean. All right. Shanique is dropping the money bag. Okay, that's good stuff. I have to figure out how Tasha does it because Tasha have everybody hit wine glasses. I got to figure out how you can do that with the chat so that I got to figure out what I got to do with this chat so that participants, pop out chat, toggle information, send feedback. I have to figure out what I need to do to get my chat so that everybody can just drop the money bags. And if you're watching this on the replay, if you look at the chat, you'll see everybody's coming. So I see a lot of people dropping those money bags. So I appreciate that. So let's get ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this. We're going to talk about the government shutdown and how it's affecting entrepreneurs. And I'm going to open up the phone line so you guys can call in. Now, basically, the first thing I have to say when it comes to the government shutdown is this. I know people, all right, that go their entire life trying to get a government job. They look at getting a government job as if they've made it. I know some people, they boast about having a government job with government benefits. If you know somebody like that, I want you to say, know them. And if you are part of the government shutdown, if you are working right now or you have a government contract and you're not getting paid, I definitely want you guys to call in. I want to hear from you. But also, most importantly, I want you to jump into the chat as well. Let us know how this is affecting you. But for the most point, for the purpose of teaching about economic empowerment through entrepreneurship, I want you guys to participate with me. If you know someone that is a part of the that is a government worker and they used to thrive and they think having a government job is the best thing since sliced bread, and if you know that, I want you to say know them, okay? And if it's you, I want you to say it's me. Let's go ahead and talk about it, guys. I want to be transparent. I want to talk about it. So give me a second, guys. I got to drop this in a couple more places. All right, give me a second. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to get into your responses. And this is live, okay? And like I said, I'm having to do a lot of things but I'm gonna change that up in a minute. I'm gonna end up getting somebody to help me when I do my lives and all this other good stuff, because I do YouTube as a hobby, but I'm about to start taking it a lot more serious for this year. Especially if I'm doing this daily show. You know, if I'm doing this daily show, I definitely want to take it a lot more serious with the daily show. So, all right, I'm taking your phone calls now. When you call in, if you want to talk about business, talk about credit, business development, you guys can talk about any and everything that we talk about on the show. You're definitely able to do so. But I am going to be talking about the government shutdown. That's very, very important. Talking about the government shutdown and how it's affecting entrepreneurs. So give me a moment, guys. This is a live show. All right. This is a live show now. So drop this in a couple of places. You know, I'm in part of some groups. Drop this in your groups. The same thing I ask y'all to do. I do the same exact thing. Teamwork make the dream work. We're talking about the government shutdown and how it affects you, and I'm taking phone calls live. Boom. There we go. I dropped everything. We're good to go. Everything is dropped. Now let's go ahead and look at these comments, okay? So let's look at these comments, okay? Let's look at these comments. The money bags. Okay, we good to go. All right, so the first person that says that, give me one moment here. Boom. Let's see where we at. All right. Happy New Year to you, John Johnson. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for watching the live for the first time this year. And you on your money phone? That's what I'm talking about, Mr. Lewin. All right, let's see. Blaze C says that he knows them. All right, so True Freeman says, when will he said, when will I get my food stamps back? I guess that's what he meant to say. True Freeman says, when will I get my food stamps back? All right, so Infamous says, so true, you know them. All right, Russell says, know them. Thank you for participating. Rochelle Dallas says, know them. Thank you so much for participating. All right, gonna abundantly Cleo. Definitely watch the replay. I know that's another thing, a reason why I was reluctant to do midday shows, because I know people are working during the day, but then also it's lunchtime, so maybe, I don't know, but then you can catch the replay. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. Mr. Jock says know them. Okay, that's good stuff. A lot of people are saying that they know them. Okay, awesome. Well, I do appreciate you guys participating in the conversation, but like I said, I am going to be opening up the phone lines pretty soon, guys. So I want you guys to call in. I did drop the link on Instagram, and I'm going to open up the phone lines and allow you guys to call in. But so when it comes to this, when it comes to the purpose of me teaching, first thing is this: if the government shutdown don't teach you nothing, it should teach you that you need to be your own boss. Can't nobody shut me down by the grace of Jehovah God. He's the only one that can shut me down. You understand what I'm saying? And that is a good feeling. And I'm not saying this to boast or brag. I'm saying this to not to impress you, but to impress upon you the importance of being your own boss. There are so many people that are from where I come from, the hood. This is how you got out the hood. A, becoming a rapper. And B, getting to the NFL and the NBA. And C, selling drugs. Double and, or 4, getting a government job. If you can relate to that, if you come from an underprivileged area, whether it be the slums of the city or whether it be the outsticks of the country, if you come from a dirt road or if you come from a road that's paved with crack cocaine, wherever you come from, if you can relate, or you might even come from the suburbs and people want you to have a dedicated route, like you must go into the military, or you must be a doctor, or you must be a lawyer. If you're not a doctor, if you're not a lawyer, if you're not going to do any of those things, then you're not going to be successful as a person. If you experienced anything like that before, I want you to say can relate. But most importantly, I want to know, are you able to relate on the aspects of knowing people that have this government mindset, this mindset of, oh, if I get a government job, now I'm getting in the big bucks. Okay, like if you can relate to that, if you can say, oh, well, I got a government job now, so I'm doing good. And I'm not saying this, and I don't want to poke fun at people, so please hear my heart on the matter. I was actually out with my significant other. We were both getting manicures and pedicures, and this young lady came in I say young lady, but she was older, and she was talking about how it's been like she was like talking about how she called her mortgage company, and she called the Audi dealership, and I was actually just giving her some free consulting right then and there, and I was dressed down, I had on a nice watch or whatever, but you couldn't tell that I was, that I was a business consultant or whatever. I said, but I said, trust me, I said, I'm a business consultant, do this, and this. Make sure that you can capitalize off of this shutdown by being able to be on top of things. I'm going to talk about that as well. I have a consultation at 1:30. So I'm going to do the best of my ability to take a couple of phone calls and then talk about what you need to do if you're experiencing the government shutdown so that it doesn't negatively affect your credit as bad as it can be. Now, today is January the 17th. This is live. Today's January the 17th. Trump actually signed a bill that states that all the government workers will get paid. He did do a bill today stating that if you are a government worker and you're on contract and your salary, you will get paid after the shutdown is done. But I got something to tell you guys. I don't know how long. I think one or two things gonna happen. This is just me now. I want to make sure that I preface this, okay? One or two things is going to happen. Either one, Trump going to get this wall, or two, Trump got to get impeached. All right? Now, let me pause for a moment. Let's do a temperature check for all the people that are Johnny-come-latelys, who don't know who I am, who've never seen me before. I want to make sure that I preface this, okay? I want to make sure that I preface this who people who do not know, who might be Johnny-come-latelys. For all of my clients, we have over 21,000. I'm not even clients. We'll have 20,000 subscribers. And let's see how many people we got watching live. We have 114 people watching live. Now, for all of you guys who have seen my content before, I want a simple yes or no question. Do I support Trump? Am I a Trump supporter? Yes or no? And if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to look at the chat. And if you're looking at the chat, then you'll be able to see everyone's comment. Even if you're watching me on Facebook, click on the link to YouTube and you can come and look at the live chat so that everybody understands and everybody knows, okay? Am I a Trump? So I want everybody to understand this, even though I believe in economic empowerment through entrepreneurship, and I believe in being self-sufficient. And I have I'm not a full-fledged Democrat and I'm not a full-fledged Republican. I'm a bipartisan. Even though I do have some somewhat considered conservative views just because of the entrepreneurial side. But I want you guys to understand this. I want everybody to look at this. So the first person to comment was Samuel Thomas. Thank you for that. No. Okay. All right. So Maurice says no. Thank you for that. James Green, a very successful client of mine, says no. Thank you for that, James. All right. All of these people says no, negative, no. So for all of you Johnny-come-latelys that's trying to say I'm a Trump supporter because of what I'm about to say, I want you guys to understand you have to have nuance. Remember, I'm an entrepreneur that teaches on economic empowerment. One of the most successful entrepreneurs is Donald Trump. Whether you like him or not for his policy, whether you like him or not for his religious beliefs or his spiritual beliefs, whether you like him or not for his social beliefs and his cultural beliefs, this man knows business. Okay? Hear me. I do not support Trump. I am not a Trump supporter. I didn't vote for Trump. I'm not going to vote for him if he goes back, if he doesn't get impeached. I want Trump to get impeached because I have a love-hate relationship with Trump. You have to understand the nuance of business. You have to understand the nuance of things. And one of the things that I really want you guys to understand, especially in the African American culture, is that you have to understand how to take advantage when opportunities come. Trump creates a lot of opportunities. Now, hear what I have to say. Now, listen to what I have to say, okay? I am not a Trump supporter. I want him to be impeached. I have a love-hate relationship with Trump. I love what he does for the entrepreneur. I love what he does to make sure people are self-sufficient. I love what his accomplishment showed. If you have not seen the Donald Trump documentary on Netflix, it's a four-part series. You need to watch it if you are an entrepreneur. I got so doggone motivated after watching that. Trump was in bankruptcy and made $1 billion out of bankruptcy. You hear what I'm saying? Off of his name. Him as a person is vile, is vicious. Him as a misogynist, I can't stand it. Him as a racist bigot and as the lightning rod for the racial divide, I can't stand it. The entrepreneur side of me understands and values and can learn from Trump. And if you disagree with me, let's talk. If you think there's nothing positive about Trump, I completely understand that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the phone lines for you. If you disagree with me, it's okay for you to disagree with me. If you disagree with me, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with you disagreeing with me. We're gonna talk about it. We're having conversation. This is grown folks. We're talking about economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. And one of the things that I really want to rely on and relate to you is the importance of being your own boss. Him shutting down the government. I got a rhyme and a reason to all of this. And I'm going to have to push back my consultation. I know I am. I have a consultation with Mr. Dixon. Mr. Dixon, are you watching? If you're watching, I want you to, I hate to stop this live. I'm going to try to, I can't do that because he's a paid client who did for a consultation. So I got 30 minutes, guys. Okay. So I'm about to just go ahead and open up the phone lines right now. I have 30 minutes. I'm going to open up the phone lines and I'm going to table this conversation and I'm going to try to do a part 2 to this tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to try to do a part 2 to this tomorrow. I want to take your phone calls. I want to hear from you. We'll open up the phone lines, 855-756-6639. That's 855-75-MONEY. So it's 855-756-6639. I'm taking your phone calls live on the air. But what I want to say is Trump negotiates hardball. That's why I say he is like, I'm shutting down the government. Either you're going to give me the wall or we have to impeach him for abuse of power. That's just how it looks because he's not letting up. Donald Trump was in a divorce with his second wife, and his divorce lasted 2 years just because he didn't want to let up. Just because he didn't want to let up. And I'm not saying this to boast or brag. I'm just saying it's important for you to know and for you to understand that it is a possibility that Trump is not going to let up because of how he is as an entrepreneur. So let me know if you guys can get the calls in. I changed the number. Of the call-in so that it can ring to a different number. But let's see if you guys can call in. I see a lot of you guys saying facts. A lot of you saying, I understand. All right, you got to pay attention. Absolutely, Brian. You got to stay woke. You got to pay attention. Listen to me. First time catching me live. Okay, Queen Divine Love. Thank you so much for catching me live, Queen. Thanks so much to you, Queen. I really appreciate your support. All right. So Ezel says you agree with me. Thank you for much for that. All right. So Dexter Dixon is here. Okay, Dex, we have a one-on-one consultation at 1:30. I'm going to do everything in my power to finish so that I will call you on the office line at 1:30, Dex. We have our consultation at 1:30. So Just Phil says, dude is I think he meant dirtbag, but he knows how to get some money. Absolutely, he is. He is. And that's the thing about it. Like you have to, my grandma used to say you got to chew the meat and spit out the bone. It's a whole lot of bone with Trump. It's very little meat. But if you can get that meat, it's some of the richest meat you're going to have. You understand what I'm saying? But somebody says that I stopped the news. I stopped watching the news. Who said that? That was Gurmy6 says that you stopped watching the news. All right. Francisca say I'm right. So let me know. If you tried to call in, let me know if the phone lines. I hope the phone lines are working. I have the phone lines set up so it can work. I think it's supposed to be working. Let me know. 855-756-6639. That's 855-756-6639. I think it's set up. You got to call in and hit option number 2 to catch me live on air. But if it's not, if the phone lines aren't working, then I'll just go back to teaching uninterrupted. But I did want to open up the phone lines so that you guys can chime in or whatnot. But nevertheless, Trump is playing hardball when it comes to this wall. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and get back to teaching, guys, because I don't know. I think I'm having technical difficulties with the phone lines. Message me on Instagram, too, if you cannot. Okay, there we go. The phone lines are on. We got a caller. Okay, here we go. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, Dean. This is Victoria DeLoach for Columbia, South Carolina.
Hey, Victoria, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. My question for you is, I've been doing your business program.
Yes, ma'am.
And with the shutdown, is there anything that you would suggest that can help to avoid any of the things that we're talking about during this time of the shutdown?
Yes, absolutely. So let me ask you, what type of business do you have, Gloria?
I'm doing sales.
Okay.
I've just started setting up the things with your program.
Okay, awesome.
Where I'm able to sell online.
Okay, awesome. So how are you liking? How are you liking the course so far?
Oh, I love the course.
Okay.
I gotta do the consultation part with you because there's like questions that I may need to
Yes,
have
ma'am.
you help me understand.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I'm coming through on that side. But
Okay.
your course is awesome.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate the kind words and the support. And it's good to let other people know, because sometimes people watch you on YouTube or watch you on television and they don't know if a person is legitimate or not. So I always love honest feedback. But so yes, to answer your question, now, because you are your own boss and because you are an entrepreneur, the very first thing that you have to do is what you are doing is setting up your business credit so that you can build business credit that's completely separate from personal credit. Like, for instance, we're talking about the person who created the shutdown, which is Donald Trump. And Trump filed bankruptcy 6 times on multiple different businesses. When your business is set up the right way, God forbid, if Gloria's sales goes under, Gloria the person will not go under. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So when you set your business up the right way and you are structured the right way, then you don't have to worry about being caught out there, because vicissitudes of entrepreneurship happen. You know, you're going to have good times, you're going to have bad times, you're going to have lean times. Now, one thing is important though. If you build your business credit that's separate from your personal credit, you will be able to have working capital in excess of $200,000. So that means that your rough times won't be as rough because you have access to resources. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And being a brand new business, you can build up what we call a shell corporation, or like a shelf corporation, and you can build that up without having to have a physical location. You can do it from your home, you can do it from wherever. But if you build up your business credit the right way, you can actually have access to more working capital by structuring your business the right way. So that's the very first thing that I would say, so that in situations like this, it doesn't happen. Now check this out. If you are a government employee and you are working, do like Gloria and start a business. So you can start your business even though you're working for somebody else. A lot of people think that you have to stop working for yourself, stop working and then start your business. You can't do both. Have you ever heard that before?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good that you haven't heard that. Go ahead.
That information, what else on your program can I sign up for to get further information than where I am right now?
Okay, so if you want to get further information and you want to sign up, you can sign up for our executive coaching. Our executive coaching is more one-on-one mentorship. It's designed to be more hands-on. You get access to the credit union master list. There's a total of 50 different credit unions that will give out $50,000 to brand new startups. We talk about that in the executive coaching. You also get text messaging and email. You get text messaging with me. It's a lot more consultative as well. Not consultative. It's a lot more designed towards mentorship. And also you get access to like the EPN or CPN coaching, because a lot of people have questions about what a CPN is and everybody wants to know what CPNs are. And I teach in detail about that. So that would be something that you can step up or upgrade to is the executive coaching, if that's something that you chose to do. Does that make sense?
When can I do that?
How long have you been enrolled into the course?
November.
Okay, November. All right. Well, you will be able to, if you've been enrolled since November, by February, you will be able to. So in a couple of weeks, you'll be able to start taking the executive coaching. The executive coaching is live trainings, just like our 501c3 coaching. Our 501c3 coaching is live trainings, and that's what we do live. So I'm going to start another session of the executive coaching in February. Right now, I'm in the middle of doing our 501c3 coaching. I saw someone ask the question when the next live session will be. The next live session is going to be tomorrow. So make sure you have your logins and everything straight. You can contact the office, not the number for the show, but the office number. So that you can get that worked out as well. But thanks so much for calling. I appreciate it. You have a very good day.
Thank you.
You're so very welcome. All right, guys, I am taking your phone calls. I have a consultation I got to do at 1:30. So I'm just taking your phone calls and teaching in the meantime, in between time, about this government shutdown. So one thing that I say that is very important is for you to be your own boss. You have to be your own boss. And sometimes people say, well, I can't. Some people say, I can't. I'm not good at being an entrepreneur, or I'm afraid of managing other people, or I'm afraid, or what if my business fails? Let's go ahead and look at the chat, and you guys let me know. Has that ever happened to you or anybody you know, or experienced anything you know? If that has happened to anybody you know or can experience, I want you to say fear. Just talk about it. Just one word, fear. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate with me as if you're watching live, and I want you to make a mind muscle connection with this content, okay? Even if you're watching me on the replay, I want you to participate as if you're watching live, and make sure that if you are watching on the replay, make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube. You subscribe and hit the notification bell so when I'm live, you can participate with us as if you are watching me live, okay? So like I said, I am taking your phone calls, 855-756-6639. That is 855-756-6639. I'm taking your phone calls. But now let's look at the chat. So let's see who has had that. So D&A family says, a lot of people say I'm wrong for saying this, but if you're renting from me and you're working for the government and you're not getting paid, I'll try to help, but I have bills too. You might have to go. Absolutely, D&A family. It's business. It's not personal. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why this is so terrible just to the entire world. Why Trump is a horrible person is because he's doing an excessive use of his power. I think we should be able to impeach him just off of that alone. I think we should be able to impeach Trump just off of that alone because it's an abuse of power. Like D&A family says, if you own multiple homes, you own apartment complexes. Listen, it's not business. It's business. It's not personal. Because what will happen is this. And I'm about to teach about this, D&A family. Unless somebody else calls in, I'm going to teach about this for the rest of this last 20 minutes before I get ready for my one-on-one consultation with Mr. Dixon. If you are part of this government shutdown, if you're experiencing things and your credit is being hit, listen, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, who's the number one note holder, BB&T, Chase, they don't care that you furloughed. Just being honest, and this is why Trump is such a terrible person, and he's he's doing an excessive use of his power. He does not care. And the banks don't care either. And since the banks don't care, what they're going to do is they're going to be like, hey, I know that you are I know that you have this situation, but you have to pay. You have to figure something out. And so that's why a lot of times, somebody who I admire tremendously and I like a lot is Dave Ramsey. He and I teach about the same thing, but on different spectrums. He teaches about how to get out, and I teach how to get in. But one of the things Dave Ramsey talks about, I think is very good, is you have to have an emergency fund for situations like this. An emergency fund is basically funds that are set aside in case you have an emergency. And so you only touch and use those funds in case of an emergency. So with the emergency fund is for situations like this. Now, if you do not have an emergency fund, This is the number one thing that is very important for you to do. I need you guys to pay close attention to me. All right. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I need for you guys to pay close attention to what I have to say. Whether you are a government worker or not, if you run into a hard time, what I'm about to tell you is very important. I need for you guys to focus. Are you ready? I need for all of you guys that are watching right now to say ready. I'm about to look at the comments. All right, I'm looking at the comments so that I can make sure that we are on the same page. I want all of you guys to say ready, okay? I feed off of your energy. Like I got my black coffee because I'm doing my keto thing. You understand what I'm saying? It looked like ain't nothing in there because my cup black, but I still need to feed off of your energy, guys. So I want you to make sure that you are ready. I want everybody to say ready. I want everybody to say ready. Thank you so much. The first person to participate was Ronnie Wilson. Ronnie Wilson says ready. Thank you so much for that. Jess Phil says ready. Odyssey says ready. India says ready. Thank you so much. Ready. Okay. If you are a government worker and you're experiencing hardships right now, or if you lost your job, or if you got sick or something and you're experiencing hardships, it is very important for you to call all of your debtors. Hear me and hear me clearly. You must call all of your debtors. If you ignore your debtors, you are burying yourself and you're not going to be able to get this removed off of your credit. Watch this. One of the cornerstone moments in my life was when I went to jail for the second time. And I was before a judge. And I've told this story before. And he was like, you don't want to know what's wrong with you young black guys? He says, what's wrong with you young black guys is that you have the ostrich mentality. And at this time, this older Caucasian judge, and I'm in Alpharetta, Georgia. So I'm in this predominantly Caucasian area. And the reason why I got locked up was because I had traffic tickets. I was running from the cops because I had traffic tickets. And so I worked for a company called MCI WorldCom, which was in Alpharetta. And so I'm in Alpharetta in the court, about to go to jail. And he says, you want to know what's wrong with you young black guys? Y'all have the ostrich mentality. And I said, what's the ostrich mentality? He said, the ostrich mentality is if you have an issue or you have a problem, what you'll do is you'll run from your problem long enough until you find a hole. Watch this. A lot of us young black men, we look for the hole that's a vagina. Watch. Some of us are too busy trying to chase a physical satisfaction instead of financial satisfaction. Stay woke. So he said a lot of times you run far enough till you find a hole. And once you find that hole, what an ostrich does is they stick their head in that hole thinking that just because I can't see the problem goes away. But in actuality, the problem is coming a lot closer and becoming a lot more dangerous. And he said that to me, and I sat down and I thought about that. I said, you know what? He's right. There's one of them cornerstone. And ever since then, I go towards everything. I whether it hurts, whether it stings, whether I'm ready, whether I'm not ready. That was a cornerstone moment in my life that taught me how to really be a man. Because I think I was 16 at the time, the first time I got locked up. It was on something stupid. No. I was 17. Something stupid, something done, like I said, running from the cops. But nevertheless, that because it was from a bill. And what I said was, I didn't know. And my response was, I didn't know I had this. I didn't know I had a warrant. So they didn't give me no bail. They was like, okay, well, you're going to have to stay for these 8 days. Or whatever it is. I can't remember the specificity of that right now. But the point that I'm trying to make is that is what you have to do when it comes to these creditors. Let me tell you why. Because this is very important, guys. All right. This is very, very important, guys. All right. If you do not contact your creditor and you do not have a track record of you trying to resolve the issue. So watch this now. All right. This is very important. When people don't pay their bills, there are two reasons why people don't pay their bills in the eyes of banks and finance. Either A, they don't want to pay, they're irresponsible, or B, they can't pay, but they want to pay in the eyes of the bank. Now, there are 150,000 reasons why someone can't pay, but from the earnestness of their heart is those two reasons. One, some people like, you gave me this money, I ain't gonna get it back. And other people is, I really want to pay and I want to give it back, but I'm having hard times. When a lender, this is the two different buckets that they have, okay? It's called customer retention, and then it's called collections. Those are the only two departments they have. When you are a customer and you don't have customer service, it's customer retention, meaning that they're trying to retain you, or it's collections, meaning that they just gonna get rid of it because it's a bad debt. This is from the eyes of the banks and the lenders. It's very important that you understand this. So if you're not proactive, if you're not calling them, if you're not picking up the phone, and this is a debt, I'm not talking about an old debt now, I'm talking about something new. I'm talking about your current mortgage, your current car note, your current credit card. I'm talking about something that's current, but you're having rough times paying. I'm not talking about an old debt. All right. I'm talking about a current debt. It's very important for you to make sure that you have a track record of trying to resolve the matter. That is the only way you're going to get what's called a forbearance. I have 15 minutes to teach about what a forbearance is. But very first, I have to make sure that you guys are with me. I want everybody to know I am not talking about a collection, but I'm talking about a current debt. If you are with me, I want everyone to say current. In the comments, I want you to say current, okay? If you're with me and you understand, because listen, a lot of times people pick and choose what they learn and they pick and choose information to listen to. But the number one best-selling book of all time that's right over my shoulder, right here, it says, in all of your getting, get understanding, okay? So this method is only for current, not collections, old debt. You don't want to do that for old debt, but for current debt, and you're trying to get a forbearance, you have to do this. The very first thing you have to do is you have to be proactive. You have to start your track record, okay? I want everyone to say current. Thank you so much for that. Ronnie is on it, man. Ronnie, I'm about to make you a moderator, man. Ronnie is the first person to comment. Ronnie, I just made you a moderator. So Ronnie, if you know any of the links that, if you know, and Mr. Lewin, I'm about to make you a moderator as well. Even though you're a client of mine, I'm going to make you a moderator as well. Add as a moderator, okay? Because you've been very loyal and very persistent. You are a moderator as well. So that means that you being a moderator means if somebody has some negative comments, you can kick them out. And also you have the ability to drop links to, you know, the online course, links to Facebook and all this other stuff. But so nevertheless, I want everyone to say current. Thank you so much for that. Current. This is for something that's current, not collections, but current. In order for you to get a forbearance, then you have to have a track record of showing that you are trying to resolve the matter. Now let's do a temperature check, okay? Now let's do this temperature check. Let me ask this question, all right? How many of you guys know what a forbearance is? If you know what a forbearance is, I want you to say, I know. If you don't know what a forbearance is, I want you to say, don't know. That's going to let me know how I'm going to maximize this last 10 minutes of teaching, guys. Because after this, like I said, Mr. Dixon, who's watching live, we have a one-on-one consultation that we need to do. We got 130 people watching live, 126 people watching live. That's good stuff. So, all right. So Mr. Lewis says that he know. Evol says that he knows. All right. Blaze C says that I know. Day says that they know. Okay. So Truth Teller says don't know. Thank you for being participating. Ronnie says don't know. Jonathan says don't know. All right. Brian Knight says don't know. All right, Joe, was that Joe Desh says companies do not like losses. No, nobody likes losses. Not just companies, nobody likes losses, okay? All right, so it's like it's a mixture. A lot of you guys said that you don't know what a forbearance is, okay? So basically, a forbearance means that you are forbearing or pushing back the negative debt. So let me explain how it works. So let's say, for instance, if you get behind 3 or 4 payments, right? If you get behind 3 or 4 payments, like arrears, what happens is that the creditor will, in essence, restructure or refinance your debt and take the amount that you owed and put it on the back end of your loan. So let's say, for instance, if you have a mortgage of $100,000, and let's say, for instance, your mortgage payment, including taxes and insurance, is $500. So now you have your note, let's say you've been doing pretty good. Let's say you owe $75,000 because you've been doing pretty good. All right. What a forbearance would do is if you got, let's say, 5 months behind, but every single month you're calling them, you're updating them. And this is the update. I don't have any money for you. I don't know. I'm working on it. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm not trying not to pay my debt. If they call on the phones for the collection, hey, I know I owe you your money. I'm working on it. All right, I got to go. It doesn't have to be a long conversation, but what you have to do is you have to have a track record of you trying to fix the issue. So let's say, for instance, we take that $500 and you take that $500 and you times that by 6 months. So that's $3,000, right? So you take this $3,000 that's owed, and what happened is that when you get back structured and you get back on your feet, what will happen is that because you have that track record of contacting and you have that track record of trying to resolve things, what will happen is that they will take that $3,000, put it on the back end of the loan, and then you're still making your same car note, you're still making your same mortgage payment, you're still making your same credit card payment. But now what they're going to do is they'll add some penalties and fees. But let's say, for instance, now it's $75,000. No, we added 3,000. So that's 78,000. I'm sorry, that's 78,000. And let's say another 800 in fees. So $78,800. So what they'll do is they'll take that and put it on the back end of the loan. But they only do this when you have a track record of showing that you're trying to resolve the issue. Now, let's say, for instance, you're in the same situation, but instead you shut down. Instead, you put in the voicemail. Instead, you tell your kid to pick up the phone and tell them that daddy not home, or you tell your baby to pick up the phone and say mama not there, and the person say, my mama told me to tell you I'm not here. My mama told me to tell you they gone, or something like that. If that's your situation, and I'm being comical about it, but it's a very serious situation. I'm just adding some levity to the situation. But if you do that, when you try to get a forbearance, they're gonna be like, nope, can't trust you. I don't know that you're trying to do right by us. We don't know that for the past 6 months we've been trying to call you for the past 6 months, and now all of a sudden, now that you got your money back, and now all of a sudden you got your payment back, we're gonna believe that you're gonna pay them. No, it don't work like that. That's how lenders are. They're not going to just go ahead and just say, oh, okay, well, you got your money. But if it's not in collections, now this is another thing too. If you are on top of things, right? If you're on top of things, you can actually keep it from going to collections just by them updating your file. Now, this is the thing. You're at the discretion of the lender. You're at the discretion of the lender. The lender wants to resolve this. They make more money from you resolving it than they do going into collections. So they want to resolve it. But unfortunately, a lot of people, a lot of us, especially in the African American diaspora, we're not taught these things. I was talking to a family member, and she was like, Dean, I thank you so much. I was watching your video, and she was like, I'm like that thing for 2019. Like, it made so much sense when you talking about my credit going up, and I didn't know that. I appreciate you so much for what you do on YouTube. And I was like, well, thank you, Mama Kizzy. And I told her, I said, Mama Kizzy, the only reason why I know what I know is because I work for the banks. If it was not for the fact that I wouldn't know this, my mama didn't teach me. Like, I love my mother, but she didn't know. My grandma didn't teach me because my grandma couldn't read. My grandma was the best cook there was in the Baptist community in the Atlanta metro area. But if she was literate, she would have been the best chef there was in the Atlanta metro area, period. But she couldn't read. So who taught this? My father, even though he knew this, I was disconnected from my father because I'm not 100% African. So, he feeling some type of way doing some stuff. So I'm somewhat of a vagabond when it comes to financial literacy. I didn't start knowing this until I started to get a little bit of money, and I went to go and get my first loan, and I fell in love with the process and then start working for the banks. That's it. If it had not been for that, I wouldn't know this information. So I'm not saying this to make you feel bad or to make you angry, but to make you ambitious. I'm not saying this to be petty, but I'm saying this to be proactive. I'm not saying this so that you can be mad, but I'm saying this so that you can get motivated. It's important for you to make sure that you understand your finances and understand financial literacy, and you have to take it within yourself, because if you do not, They're not going to give you no breaks. They're not going to give you no cuts. So to bring this thing on home, because I got 4 minutes before my next consultation. So I'm going to try to shut this down in 2 minutes so I can get me something to drink. And Mr. Dixon, I'm going to give you a call for your consultation. The number one thing is that you need to know about this is that you have to be your own boss. Yes, it seems quote unquote cushy, secure, and glamorous to work for somebody else, even as a government worker, and having a government job. But at the end of the day, you're still a worker. Like Jay-Z said, I know you're not walking around talking boss S when you're a worker, right? One of the hardest bars of the 444 album, he was talking about Drake, but in actuality, he was talking about everybody. Even though you are a worker, you're a glorified worker, because it's good and glamorous to say you got government job and government assistance, but at the same time, this brings you back to reality that you're still a worker. You have to be your own boss. You need to take your financial empowerment into your own hands, because ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You understand me? Nobody's gonna give you nothing. You're gonna have to work and fight hard for everything that you got. You are. Even you pretty girls. Pretty girls got a lot easier than everybody else. But guess what, baby girl? You still gonna have to work to get what you want. You understand me? So that being said, it's very important for you to understand that the real answer for financial freedom is through entrepreneurship. No ifs and buts about it. Point blank, period. Not period, but period. I got to say it like they said in Vine City. Point blank, period. That is the only way that you're going to be set is through financial independence, through entrepreneurship. The second thing is, if you are experiencing this government shutdown, yes, Trump said that that you will get paid once the government shutdown is done. So it's important for you to contact all of your lenders of things that you want to keep. Your current land, your mortgage, your current apartment complex, your current car note company or your current credit card company, and let them know, hey, I'm a government worker. I want to pay my bills. Look, I've paid my bills for the past such and such years. This is the past such and such months. You can see this, that I've paid my bills, but I'm going through this government shutdown. There's nothing that I can do. But Trump signed a bill today, January 17th, that I'm going to get money. When I do, I want to get a forbearance. Make sure you state that you want a forbearance. If you don't state it, they're not going to automatically want to give that to you. All right. So that's very important. And listen, if you want to schedule a one-on-one consultation, you can by calling the office number. OK, I can't put up the office number real quick right here. I'm going to drop it in the comments below, and I'm going to tag it to the top. So if you're watching this on the replay, the office number is 800-867-7941. That's 800-867-7941. That is the office number if you want to schedule a consultation so that we could talk about it a lot more in detail. The consultations aren't free, baby. Tell you that right now off the bat. The only consultations that I give out free are for clients that are in the executive coaching, because it's geared towards mentorship. So in actuality, it's not free. It's just that it's built into that coaching course. OK, but I just wanted to say that. Or the next way to get your question to answer is make sure that you subscribe to me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. And that way, every time I go live on YouTube, you'll know. And also make sure that you subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube and hit that notification bell. Because when you hit that notification bell, then you will be able to know when I'm live. And then I will take your phone calls. And I can answer your question just like I did for the young lady that called in. Listen, the only person stopping you from being successful is you. There is greatness inside of you. And you know what? God wants this greatness to come out because he put you in my path. My job is to make you to be the most successful that you can be. But it only starts if you make it happen. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you have not yet met the person, you can meet them. If you don't have the character, you can develop it. Go get them. Success is waiting for you. See you guys tomorrow.
Hey, social media socialites. Look, we are about to go live in a few moments. But before we go live, I need all of you guys to hit that like button right now. If you're watching and you're waiting, go ahead and be a participator. Don't just be a spectator. Hit that like button.